All right, you are tuned into the Backdown Radio Show, and that was 38 Hotwood Clean. But we have in studio with us a Middle Georgia artist who I feel is soulful, tenacious. She's an independent recording artist. Seems like she's out here carving out her own lane. She has a nice hot song that I like and video to go along with it titled Too Lit. Introduce you to Nina. How you doing, Nina?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate
My pleasure.
it.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So for the audience and for them to get familiar with you, this platform reaches 15. I think it's up to 20 states now. Something like that. I just looked at it the other day. 5 countries. And to the audience who don't know you, can you give us a little background about yourself and what really inspired you to get into music and singing?
Okay, well, I was born in Macon, Georgia, and my mother, she moved to like Miami because we had family in Florida and stuff like that. So I was kind of raised in Miami.
Okay.
But I came back. We came back, moved back to Macon, and I started high school down here or whatever. And what inspired me to do this? Well, I actually am new to this, like the music, the recording, and all that. I'm new to this. I started last year around like June 2016.
Okay.
And that's when I did Too Lit. That was like the first song that I really just put out or whatever. And I wrote it, I write all my music. And I've been doing this since I was young, like the singing, but I really just gotten into like the writing because I used to be sitting around and I was like, man, I can't come up with nothing. But it started coming to me, and I write all my music and I enjoy it.
Okay, so as far as the background singing, what was it like in choir or something, or church?
Well, yeah, I
or...
used to sing in the church. I did. I used to sing in my uncle's church.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I guess were you naturally just, I guess, wanting to do that, or receptive to the attention that it afforded, or?
Um, they kind of made me do it.
So they pushed you. In
Yeah,
that
they
direction.
pushed me to do it, but I liked it though. I like singing in the choir. I like the church music. I like church. I like that type of music too.
Okay, so I guess since you've been doing this for, I would say, professionally now, for the last year,
Right.
and some months, how has the reception been?
You mean like the people?
Just the people in general, family, friends,
Uh,
because
I'm really doing a lot of this on my own. Like I don't have too much help, like videos, studio time, everything. I'm doing it by myself, so I really don't have too much support. But Macon, they kind of been sharing my stuff. Like the city, they been showing mad love, so they kind of put me out there a little bit.
that's good. Because I know I shared the video a couple of times, but
Right.
then I saw where you had went to. I think you went to perform the
In
song
Atlanta?
in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So how did that
in
come
Atlanta.
about?
Okay, well, it's this girl. Her name is India. She kind of put me out there. Like they started getting in touch with her because they thought that she was my manager, but I don't have a manager, But she's real good. So they started contacting her, and they was like, well, see if she want to come to Atlanta to perform and stuff like that. So they kind of got in touch with her, and she kind of let me know like they want you to come up here. I went to the Sephora Lounge, and I forgot. I can't think of the other one that I went to, but they were in Atlanta. They show mad love in Atlanta.
How was that? Because I saw another performance where you was at somewhere else performing the song, and it seemed like the crowd was pretty receptive. And
That
get
was
into
in
the
Atlanta
song.
too. I can't remember what place it was. I think it was in like Riverdale, Georgia, something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, I like Atlanta. They show a lot of love.
That's good. I'm glad you're getting the love that you're supposed to be getting, because the song itself, Too Lit, I like it. It's very
Yeah.
catchy. It's just something you can vibe to.
Right.
And like when I first heard it, I was like, yeah, this is a nice song, and I want you to keep pursuing music, but I also want you to keep pushing it as much as you can.
Right.
Like just don't give up on it.
Right.
One thing I've noticed over the course of time, and I would say professionally, I've been in the business since like 2005, 2006, something like that, when I first started my first company. But a lot of artists, because you're a creator,
Right.
you like to create, and then you get in the space of just creating. And what you created like 3 months ago, a year ago, like seems old to you,
Right.
but to everybody else, it's still new.
Right.
And there's a lot of people in this world.
Right.
So, I just tell artists, keep pushing, push you know,
Yeah.
your sound, your song for at least a year, 2 years before, you know, you could really like, you know, try to push something else out there.
Right.
Because if you push too much music all at one time, the consumers never really get to latch on
Right.
to anything and become fans and supporters, and
Right.
they don't get to like really hear your sound and really get into you. And then, you know, it's different markets, you know, they'll break. You might pop off in Macon, but then you got to go and do the same thing in Warner Robins, and then in Millersville, and in Albany, and Columbus, you know, and it just takes time just to really cultivate all that and to build it.
Right.
What inspired the song Too Lit?
Well, you know, you remember that, what was that Nivea song, All My Girls, Get your hair fixed. I like that type of female vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like to give the females something. You know, we get cute. We be feeling ourselves. We want to go out. We want to have a good time. So I was like, I need to make something to where the females can vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? I really do it for the females. And I like 90s music, like R&B, old R&B. I'm trying to bring that back. That's what I like.
Okay, there's a lot of individuals out there who or probably didn't, you know, really experience the 90s. Because,
right.
You know, if you were born in like in 90 and 95, or
right.
even if you were born in 99, you know, you're only, 9 years old. So you really didn't get to experience the 90s like it was.
Right, but
you
see,
had to
I'm
be
right there.
Baby, yeah,
I'm
to
right
be able
there.
to have gone through it.
Right.
But I see a lot of individuals, a lot of 20s, in their 20s, loving the 90s music, and they call it the golden era, you know, because there was a lot of diversity then. It wasn't just one sound, everybody mimicking one another just because of who's popping. It was a lot of, you had the East Coast, West Coast, down south, which took forever for like up north people to even, I guess, acknowledge and recognize the skill set that they brought. And you had the Midwest, so I loved it. Everybody had their own region, and then a lot of people just loved the diversity of it and bringing a balance. And I think we're on that path again to bringing back a balance.
Right.
It just may take a couple more years before it really is like mainstream of bringing the balance.
Yeah.
But we're going to get into the song Too Lit. Anybody out there, you want to dial in, ask Nina some questions, you can do so. 917-898-8041. And this is her with Too Lit.
DJ play my jam, got me too lit. Got you hypnotized by how I move it. Got these bitches mad, these niggas choosing. Too lit, too lit, too lit, too lit, too lit, too lit, too lit. Stepped in the club looking fly. Brazilian swaying side to side. Haters tryna kill my vibe. Music got me feeling right. Me and my girls hosting in the back. Chillin' looking like a snack. These niggas in here tryna match. We bout to make them thumb through their racks. I'm feeling myself tonight, and I ain't leaving here until they turn on the lights. I hope the DJ play my song twice. Just keep them bottles coming home nice. Hair and nails on fleek, I'm looking good. I keep it classy with a little hood. He wanna buy me drinks, I let him do it. He wanna take me home, he wish he could. I just wanna dance to the music. DJ play my jam, got me too lit. Got you hypnotized by how I move it. Got these bitches mad, these niggas choosing. What's in my cup? You a lame, can't hang with us. Same click, ain't change it up. Watching me when I throw it back. Throwing cash when I make it clap. Volume turned up to the max. Throw them racks, nigga, throw them racks. Drop it, make these niggas empty they pockets. Post it up, I'm flawless. Fine as hell, I'm popping. Sipping on my cup, DJ turn the music up. Cause I'm all the way up, yeah, I'm all the way up, yeah.
What this thing be acting funny? Hold on. Let me make sure. Okay, there we go. All right, we're back. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Every now and then, something might as well. What is that? Whatever will happen. Whatever can happen will happen. Well, we're back with Nina. We just got through playing that Too Lit. Definitely, like I said, a dope song. I love the song. Like I said, a nice club feel to it. You can just, you can put that on repeat.
Right.
And we got some more music by Nina, but I wanted to get into what you had said earlier, like you're doing everything yourself.
Right.
Do you find, because you're doing more than you was doing like 6 months ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just progressing along the way and more responsibilities, more tasks. Do you find it is more difficult right now for you to keep up with everything? Are you looking for someone to manage you, or?
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely looking for someone to manage me. Yeah.
Okay. How has, I guess, the industry here in the Middle Georgia area been to you? Have you been running into a lot of people giving you good information, or have you ran into some of those janky promoters?
Yeah. Now I haven't ran into no janky promoters. It's just like I ran into other artists who trying to do their thing, and it's like they don't want to show me too much, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them, they don't want to be like as helpful if I ask them a question like, how did you get your songs on Spinnerella? Or, they don't really want to give me too much information. So that's what I really be going through.
I'm sorry that they do that, but that's not all of them.
Yeah.
I got a lot of them, too. I could point them your way, but I got a lot of information, too, and I'll be giving that stuff away just for free. So, we can talk about that off air and everything, so there's no problem. But, yeah, I can see where, it's just the mentality, and I'm trying to get people out of that mentality because I feel that there's no need for that to go on.
Right.
Information is information. Like I do a lot of promotion and marketing, and that's what my degree is in, is business with a concentration in marketing. Went down to Fort Valley.
Okay.
Graduated back in '06. That's why I started. Banked Out. Anything Banked Out is me.
Okay.
But that's why I started. My first company was Banked Out Entertainment. I wanted to merge music and marketing together. So it was a promotions company. But when I was advertising, people didn't really understand the artists because they're still trying to find their sound. Right. So they didn't even understand the business side of it. So here I am, reading books about the business, magazines, every piece of literature I can get my hands on.
Right.
I think I spent at least $2,000 just in literature.
Ooh, just on information.
Just on information.
That's what I need to do.
Well, yeah, and it's out there. There's a lot of books I could turn you on too.
Right.
Where it could really, because you don't really need nobody down here to. You don't have to be dependent on somebody. Put it that way.
Right.
If they're not willing to, help out. But that can go into a lot of different topics right there. Just Jim Crow and all that or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't want that to be your only experience, but there are a lot of other artists out here who will show you the way.
Right.
Now, there are some artists who will tell you that, you probably should do this and that, but they're just telling you just to say something, whatever.
Yeah.
Not necessarily telling you because they've done it.
Yeah.
So you want to always mess with artists who, who've been in your shoes before.
Right.
Right. And been to where you're wanting to go.
Right.
Those are the ones you should definitely get into. But as far as songwriting, I like the fact you write your songs. Because jumping into the industry, you're, you can record other people's songs, but then you can also write your own.
Right.
So that gives you two different, revenue streams, and just networking opportunities and all sorts of stuff like that. So what is your background with writing? Did you used to write as a little girl? Did you used to write poetry?
I used to write poetry. I did now. A long time ago, like high school days, I used to write poetry.
Okay.
Yeah. But I used to be like, I can't write a song though. Like even though I used to write poetry, it's kind of different.
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of different. I used to be like, man, I can't come up with no hook. I can't do this. That's what I'm saying. It had to just take time. Like it had to take me to last year. I'm telling you, that's when I really started recording, getting in the studio. Last year, 2016.
So as far as recording, take us a little bit through your recording process. Do you have your own setup, or do you go to other people's
No, that's
studios?
what I'm working on, my own setup.
Okay.
I have to go to other people's studios.
But there's nothing wrong with that. But you know,
It's not, but it's like
it makes you. Well, okay. I probably know what you're gonna say. As far as like the people that you go to, you know, it makes you, have to hear to their schedule and stuff like that.
yeah, that too.
Yeah,
That too.
Stop messing with those people. Those people shouldn't get any money.
Right.
Because it's a business.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and that's why I say that. And I'm not scared to say that.
Right.
There are some people around here you can't go to studios, and I'll put you in contact with them too.
Right.
I got some I just left in nice setup too, so I can vouch for it. 'Cause
Right.
I've been in there and I recorded.
Mhm.
I've either been in it, heard what's in there, or I've recorded in there. So I got a
Yeah.
couple of them for you.
Okay.
Business, all about that business. That's what they are. And there's nothing wrong with people's setup in houses and stuff as that,
Right.
as well. But yeah,
That's a problem. And then another problem is I like when I mess up or anything like that, I like to do mine over and over till I like it. But some people might be like, it sound alright, you don't need to do it over. But I be like, I know how I want it to sound and how that
yeah,
be
and
a
that's the
problem.
thing. Yeah, I can understand that. Some people, I think, like if someone's engineering something, then just engineer.
Right.
As the person who's paying for the product, you need to be satisfied.
Right.
You want to make sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck. And I think, that's it's too intricate or whatever because like you're creative as far as your music, right? They're creative as far as
The
the
mixing
technical and the mixing and all that
Yeah.
or whatever. So they've done a lot of different things and they're into whatever their craft is, and is when y'all's crafts hit each other
Yeah.
and bump heads. That's when there's a problem.
Yeah.
And it should never be like that. Like I got a guy, I've recorded projects, 6 of them now, something like that. In Stockbridge, he's a professional musician. Like he can play. He also, he can produce as well, and his engineering skills are on point too.
Right.
He's done a lot of different people's projects. Like when we go in, I love the working relationship I have with him because one, he's always there, whatever I schedule. There's ain't no, okay, I'll be there in 10, 20 minutes or whatever, or an hour or whatever the case may be. Now it's in his house, but his whole basement is like the studio. So
Yeah.
you basically go to the back of the house, and the setup is nice. I'm talking about like years and years of equipment. It's probably like realistic, like $100,000 to $200,000 studio.
Yeah, that's quality.
Yeah.
Good quality.
Yeah. Oh no, it's quality too. And then he has real good prices too for with the sound that you get out of it. But he doesn't interfere with like the process. Like if he'll give you like, hey, what you think about that? And then you're like, I want to do it again. You keep doing it,
Right.
until you
See,
get
that's
it
what
right.
I like.
Yeah. So he's very patient in working with people. But this also comes with how you are as an individual, and then you have to pull yourself away from what you're doing because you're presenting a business to you.
Right.
Right. And I think that's where a lot of them miss the boat.
Yep.
They don't pull themselves away. But the writing aspect, have you picked a PRO, a performance right organization yet to affiliate yourself with? Okay, so definitely need to get on that. There's 3 options. You can do CSAC, ASCAP, or BMI. The only difference between CSAC and the other two is that CSAC is a organization where they have to clear you. You have to be approved. It goes through the approval process.
Okay.
But I think it's free if they approve you. The other two you can pay for, and then you can also you have your songwriting side, then you have your publishing side as well.
Right.
2 different entities. You need to do both, register for both as your own publishing entity and songwriter.
Okay.
But you can integrate. You could be a ASCAP songwriter, but you could be a BMI publisher. So it doesn't matter. Or you could do both of them, however you want to do it. But definitely need to get on there so you won't miss out on any opportunities when your music is played on terrestrial radio, some internet radio. Depends on what the licensing is. YouTube, all that stuff.
Right.
If people were to take your song off of YouTube right now and put it on their channel and they advertise it, you'd be due money.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, see? I got a lot of, lot of information. But you definitely want to do that as soon as possible. And then, if you write somebody else's song, whatever, and they place it on something, you get paid
Mhm.
And then if what is it? If your music is played outside the United States, you get paid as the actual artist performance royalty. You don't get that in the United States. So, I want that to change because, like, say if you was in Japan, right? And you was you're a recording artist in Japan, and you write your own stuff. So not only will you get paid in Japan radio, you'll get paid a performance royalty, but you also get paid your songwriter's royalty, the mechanical royalty that goes along with it. Here in the United States, they only do mechanical royalties. So it's that performance royalty we lose out on, but it is what it is. There's other opportunities, movies, all sorts of stuff. So there's a lot of different avenues where you can make your money. As far as what you have going on, I know we have Vibe With You and Serious.
Yeah.
Give me a little background with those particular two songs.
Vibe With You is kind of like you can be feeling someone, you can have a little crush on them or whatever, and it's kind of like you want to just chill. Like, vibe is like chilling, like we vibing, it's a vibe. So it's kind of like that. That's how Vibe With You is. It's like we riding in your car, we going chilling, and we, having a good time, like a date type of thing. And Serious is more kind of like a sad song, like a girl getting cheated on and, guy dogging around and stuff like that. It's just on different things. Like, I've listened to stories that people tell me, or it can be just life experiences from myself, and you can write it, put it in your music. It don't have to be about me. It can be about someone else or about a movie, a book I done read, just anything.
I like how, a lot of different things will inspire you.
Right.
To create music, which
Right.
I think that's great. I don't know if a lot of people, can actually do that. And that's, contents. A lot of people like to write about their own experiences. But if you don't go out and experience anything, then you're limited to what you can write about.
Right.
But if you're going out experiencing stuff and you're listening to, peers and reading
Right.
and just, just overall interaction, you're like the creative,
Right.
of being able to take that information in and then funnel it into it.
Right.
So before we get into that, those songs real quick, just what do you think you like overall with the music process? Whether it be like, do you like performing better? Do you like writing? Do you like recording better? Do you just like conceptualizing videos? What?
I love doing the videos. That's fun.
Oh, okay.
I like doing the videos. That's fun, and I like recording. Performing,
Still getting your chops
nervous.
wet on
Yeah,
that
I
right
still
there?
got to get
Okay.
warmed up to that, but I love recording. I like, when my song get finished and I get to hear my music, I be like, oh my God, that's me. Like, I wrote this, I did this. Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, we're about to get into, let's see here. Let's go ahead and go with Serious first. We'll play that, and then we'll play Vibe With You. All right, we're back. Let's see here. Shoot, I forgot where we left off at. I had so much stuff messing up. But anyway, the song upstairs is definitely a dope song. I like that song. And you was telling us about the other song. We said Vibing With Me.
Vibe With You.
I'm sorry, Vibe With You. Definitely going to play that song and get it going. But as far as, I guess, your career aspirations and, what you want to accomplish for the remainder of this year and what you want to accomplish within the next 5 years, what do you see for yourself?
I see me doing a lot. Like, I want to be a business owner. Like, I want to get into fashion, want to get into movies. Like, I want to do different things. Like, probably like books, like just a whole bunch of different stuff.
So
I
you
want to try
using,
different things.
is music for you the, I guess, the pathway or the, the tool to all those other things, or?
Yeah. But I like music too. I want to focus mainly on music though.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I don't know if many people ask you this, but how do you see that you set yourself apart from all the other artists in this area, or if you want to include within the state that are doing it as well?
Like I said, cause I'm trying to go back for that old music, like bringing that back. Like, I just want to make people feel good when they listen to my music. I want to get them a different type of, cause so many artists get very creative and they be putting out some crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I want to keep it nice and just take it back to the 90s.
And I guess keep it where I guess consumers can, or music lovers can get what you present to them.
Right.
Okay, not too far complicated. As far as your music video for Too Lit, was that your whole concept, your idea?
No.
Or?
No. I wanted it to be a whole bunch of people there, you know, like lit. Like, a lot of people, I put it on Facebook, you know, nobody really showed up, you know, because they're not very supportive in making, but they getting there. They warming up to me. They kind of like, okay, we see her now. We gonna share. We gonna like. They doing good now. They being more supportive now.
So
After that video, after that
Yeah.
Too Lit video, then they seen like, okay, she kind of serious. The video
Yeah,
look
I
kind
saw
of
you got some views on that one. How many did you
right.
get on Facebook?
I think it's at like 24K.
Okay, that's
it's
definitely
like
dope.
24K.
That's definitely dope.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And I know you have it on YouTube as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like 800 and something views on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, you know, it's real easy for people to see stuff on Facebook
Right.
and go to YouTube
Right.
and search for it. But it's good to have it across multiple platforms anyway,
Right.
because you don't know who's going to use Facebook, who's going to use YouTube, and all these other platforms that you have as well.
Right.
Have you been able to, I guess, network with any industry professionals such as like DJs or behind the scenes type of people?
Not really. I know what his name, AJ.
AJ the DJ.
Yeah, he was there. He was at Primetime 41 when I shot Too Lit. He was like, okay, I like that song. Let me get that and put that on mine. So I don't know if he spin it, but he got it. He got the song. He liked the song. So I talked to him a little bit. And of course, Mama D, I talked to her.
Yeah.
And that's about it, really.
So as far as that venue location, was there a particular reason for that venue, or?
No, not really. I picked that one because I thought that's where people would, come because they get a lot of business in there.
Yeah. That actually interviewed. I don't know if y'all Facebook friends or not. Do you know the owner of Bon Apple Tea, Brandy Alexander? Okay. I'm trying to figure out. I know somebody who some of your Facebook friends, or my Facebook friends. I can't remember who though.
Right.
Trying to find out where the 7 degree of separation is. Like I said, definitely dope music. I like the music that you do. Who inspired you as like coming up? Who did you look up to, or who did you idolize as far as music?
Aaliyah. I like Aaliyah.
Okay.
I love Aaliyah. And who else? I like Beyonce. She a good performer. She make great songs too. She have great songs. I don't know if she write them all, but I like her music. She make great music.
Do you think it takes away from an artist if they don't write their music, or?
Not really. No, because I would like to, get someone to write songs for me and stuff like that. I would like to try that.
I could imagine. Well, actually, I know from experience that sometimes when you're working on material, sometimes you can run into a writer's block.
Yes.
And
you have to leave it alone and just go work on another song and then go back. That's how I do it.
Yeah, I definitely understand that frustration when it comes to that. I've had projects where I was working on particular songs, and I think at one particular time, my longest writer's block period, where I couldn't just write anything that fit or that I wanted to fit into this particular project, was like 8 months.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was like bad. So I just left it alone, and then I had to get re-inspired by something, and then I was able to go back and just finish it. And I think I knocked out 2 projects at that time. So it just came. Do you, I guess as far as moments of inspiration and ideas, do they come to you like at random places, like with some other people? Like sometimes I'll be in the shower or whatever.
At work. Yes, and I have to go get me a piece of paper and let me jot that down real quick. Yeah, at work.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know why that is, but it just seems like, that
It be like that.
Yeah, it just happens that way. So as far as collaborating with people, who have you been able to collaborate with thus far, and who would you like to collaborate with?
It's a lot of good local artists in Macon. I listen to a lot of their stuff. I don't know. You know, I actually hopped on a song with Caesar Royale. But I don't know if he put it out or whatever. But I did something, and then Crad. I don't know if you know Crad.
Yeah, I know Craig.
Yeah, I hopped on his and did a little something, but nothing too serious. But they good artists. They're very good artists. And
So I
a
guess-
guy named Molly Mall. I don't know if you know him. He's a
No,
good artist.
I did just see that though. Is he a making
he's a
artist
good,
or?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
a good artist. He
I'm gonna
sings
definitely go
and
check
rap.
him out.
Yeah, but that's about really all I know. I see a lot of people tag their music to my page. I listen to, I listen to it and stuff like that. It's a lot of good artists in making.
So
It's
do
a
you
lot
have
of
to
good artists.
feel the actual artist? I guess energy, presence, or whatever the case may be. Do you have to like their music in order for you to do a feature with them, or?
Yeah, cause I don't want them to like. I
understand.
mean, if they're not good, like I don't want to get on anything. I don't want to just hop on anything. It got to be like good. Like they got to be good rapper, good singer, and I hop on it.
Have you had that scenario where you don't have to say nobody's name? I ain't trying to put you on blast, nothing like that.
Yes.
But so how was that conversation where you like, I don't particularly have a taste for
I
your
just keep
music
on
or
throwing them out. Like, yeah, we can get together. Yeah, we gon'
you just covered them and keep covering them.
curving
Without them really even knowing.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I'm busy. I'll get back with you.
Right, but I hate that though, like, cause
Yeah.
I'm the type of person like I'll still hop on it and
Yeah.
try to help them out, give them a little juice, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't heard just trash. I ain't gonna say that I've heard nobody who's just trash though.
There are some out there.
Yeah, there are,
You don't have to say
but
who.
it's some people who really like up there that's kind of like trash too. So
Yeah, there's a lot of those too.
yeah,
Like, I don't think the industry is just based off of talent.
right.
Because
It
it's
can't
not.
be.
Yeah. Oh, it's not. I could just see there's not. But at the same time, I don't think because the various. I belong to a lot of Facebook groups, and I think this is over 100 or something, whatever
Yeah,
groups that people always message me or tagging me or whatever the case may be, and it's a lot of music, and the common thread between those type of individuals, they'll be like really talented, but they'll give the excuse that well, because they ain't talking about this, they ain't talking about that, that's why they're not popping.
yeah,
And I tell them that I don't believe that. I really don't.
yeah,
Talent will keep you around, right? Because there's always hot artists that come, with whatever
Right.
it is, whatever being force fed through mainstream media. But at the same time, I feel that if you put enough into your promotion and marketing, because when I go back, I look at their accounts, I go through I Google them, I search everything I possibly can find.
right.
And if you don't pull up, then you're not doing enough.
Yeah,
You got to not only, internet marketing, but you got to be out there in the streets as well.
right.
And that's what it really takes to start building. Because there's a lot of talented artists that might not be known nationwide or even regionally, in say 12, 15 states or whatever. But they're making a killing.
Right.
And people don't know about it. Like,
Yeah.
it's funny that I say that because, like I said, I network a lot of different artists. There's a song I was playing when you walked into the studio by a girl named, what's her name? Tamara Bubbles. And she has a song called Cute Panties. And it's not necessarily talking about, it's not talking about sex at all. It's talking about dudes.
Right.
And the reason she called it Cute Panties is because the dudes beating on girls. And, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So,
okay.
it's a play on that and talking about, well, here's some cute panties for you to beat on since you like to hit women. Basically, that's the whole premise for the song, right? Got a video for it and everything. I like it. She's from New York, but I think she lives in North Carolina. And I was just going through scrolling one day, which I always do, and that's how I find a lot of indie artists.
Right.
And I don't call them local.
Right.
I call them indie. I
Right.
think calling artists local, to me, it devalues what they do.
Right.
And like your video got played, would you say 24,000 times?
Yeah.
So you're not local. You're indie.
Right.
So start calling yourself indie. But yeah, with that particular artist, She came down to Atlanta. Actually, I think she was here yesterday, performing at the was it A3C or AC3 event? Because I have another artist, 38 Hot, who performed there as well. So he hit him up on Instagram like, man, because he co-hosted the show with me from January to August on Sundays. He was like, man, you gotta check her out. I was like, dude, I already know about it. I hit her up 3 weeks ago.
Right.
So it was cool that he had heard about it because she's working. And the reason I mentioned it is that she's an indie artist, and like her Facebook page, she got like 20-something thousand likes on it.
Ooh.
She has her own website where you can buy the music and stuff like that. So instead of going to iTunes or whatever, you just buy directly from her.
Oh, yeah.
And all her videos are high quality. So that means she's doing something,
She
because
doing-
you gotta
yeah.
have money to put into stuff like that
Of
to have
course.
high quality and just have this presence. Now she might not be nationwide known, but she has a big enough fan base where she's making some type of money to be able
20,000
to.
likes on a music page. It's hard to get 100 likes on a music page.
Yeah. So and I can tell she's been at it for a while. And like she's Blue Dot on Spotify. I don't know if you know what that means.
I don't.
Because when you have a blue dot by your artist page, it's like a little check mark. Everybody doesn't have it. Like I've actually showed artists how you go and do that. So I can tell you how to do that
Right.
if you once you release music.
Right.
You're Too Lit. Is it available for purchase or? Okay, so you haven't even started putting out music for purchase yet, have you? Okay, that's something to build along. And once you get confident in that aspect, I think you can even re-release that shit, a different video or whatever the case may be, and really push behind it to where I think people will jump on board with it too. Because like I said, it's a catchy song, so there's no reason why the song shouldn't live.
Right. Right.
But yeah, they blue dot and stuff, and what that does is allows you to look at your information on Spotify, your data, so you can see where data, how people say it. So you can see who sees your song, what city they're in, what country, things of that nature. And without going through the registration process, you won't be able to see it. But there's a lot of little stuff like that you should be able to do, especially the fact that you're moving and it's just basically you right now.
Right.
So you're gonna have to like learn all of this new stuff and really take heed to it. But then you gotta be able to split your time. So at some point, you're gonna have to have friends or family or whoever is gonna be committed to help pushing your vision, play various roles in it. That way you can maximize. But like if you get it going to the point to where you got a lot of people wanting to invest and stuff like that, and you can set your own terms.
Yeah.
You don't have to you don't have to go and knock them down or knock on their door and take their terms. They'll come to your door and accept your terms.
Right.
So you can create partnerships and things of that nature. So definitely I look forward to doing that. For anybody who wants to, check out your music and stuff like that, how can they reach you on social media?
My Facebook is Slim Gal Nina, and that's my music page too on Facebook is Slim Gal Nina, and I'm on Instagram. That's Slim Gal Nina. Yep, they can go on there, and then YouTube. My YouTube channel is also Slim Gal Nina.
That's great. I love the fact you have it across the board with everything. You know, the same name, not 12 different names trying to find something.
Slim Gal Nina.
Exactly, Slim Gal Nina. So I'll make sure everybody do that. And like I said, I'm going to keep playing the music. I appreciate your time for coming on this show.
Okay.
And
my pleasure. I'm glad that you like my music enough to want to interview me. So thank you for that.
Yeah, and I thought it was dope. Like, shot your own video and stuff like that. I like to see artists who are making work towards something. A lot of people say I got the hit. Like a lot of people hit me up in my email and they're like, "Oh man, I got the next hit and all that stuff." I'm like, "Okay, sure." And a song could be a song and a song could be a good song, but it's not a hit until people gravitate towards it.
Right.
So, it might be a good song, but it's not a hit. A hit is when after you done put it to release in the market. But yeah, I just saw you was working and stuff. So, and going and performing in Atlanta and, just making progress. So I figured, this would be a great opportunity to, add more to your resume.
Right, thank you.
And that's what the platform is for. So I definitely
Make
love
me relevant.
Yeah, you are relevant. You are relevant. So definitely I would love to see once you put together a whole album and come back. And like I said, I also got your stuff in the Bake That News Network that I'll tag you on once I release that. So that'll be coming in November. So it'll be even more stuff, more coverage, sort of say, about you. And just keep on going on. Because I think you did you do an interview in Atlanta as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was just a
so-
small one. Yeah.
Well, you know, no matter how big or small it is, you know, just keep going and moving
Yeah.
forward. And that's one of the things you got to do: balance your time between writing, networking, and all that stuff, but then also creating press about yourself and
Right.
advertising and promotion and all that. So you know, definitely keep just doing that, moving forward. For any closing or last remarks you want to leave with the people?
I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys like my music, and thank you for having me.
Oh, you definitely welcome. So y'all make sure y'all go follow Slim Girl Nina on all her various social media platforms. And I am your host, Andreas, aka Discover This, and we're signing out.
Thank you.